Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to the Ammo Champion, brand spanking new again. So, I said last time I made a video about this to look up Triplex to any of the train fans because I've made quite a lot of changes in terms of its looks, both functionally and aesthetically. It's very cool, I do like this, and I do love making changes to this train. So, there is a lot I want to explain with this, and I'm just so happy with how, when I get to make changes like this. So without further ado, let's jump straight in. So, first thing you'll notice is that we've got some more golden details on there. As you all know, the green pieces, the green slope pieces that is, have gold details on them, the gold stripes. So I thought I may as well add some more golden pieces on it, and I think it looks really cool. One thing you've most likely noticed as well is the golden face. It's a bold move. It doesn't look too good, but I'm going to keep it there for now. If at any point I feel like changing it back, I'm going to just change the face back over. But there's a golden piece, so I'm keeping it. We have the kind of front bits sort of sorted out a little bit more. What I wanted to do was streamline it, but the problem is you can't streamline something this big. So that was an idea. I was like, oh yeah, let's streamline it. And I was like, no, never mind. It was attempted though. So if you look at this, you can see that there is a bit of a slope going downwards. So it kind of works, but it really doesn't, ultimately. Along the front as well, you can see the little area where you would walk on is now removed. And it's replaced by the kind of lamp, I suppose you could call it. This was an idea that I put onto Big Red. But after making some changes, I do not have that on there anymore. It's now on this. Moving forwards, of course, we're going to see some more golden details. And the boiler being the same size, it still looks really cool. But moving towards the back, I've got a couple of hidden details like that piece there. And along the top, I have this slope piece, which I used to put on the tender, which I now have here. And yeah, it's an odd piece, but for me it works. I really want to try and capture that steampunk look again, and with the golden pieces I feel like it's working, and with all these wheels it's been re-emerged. Speaking of wheels, 3 sets of drive wheels now, and this is something called a triplex, which I said earlier in this video and in the little sneaky peek. Back in the 1920s, the Virginian Railway in America made a train to kind of challenge the big boy, called a triplex. It had more pulling power, but with only one tender that was much smaller than big boys, it was very difficult to maintain. So we got scrapped. But it was an interesting idea though, and I thought, well, it's Lego, so it's not supposed to make sense, and this train isn't supposed to make sense at all. Why not? And with all the golden details once again added on there, I feel like it just suits it. It just absolutely works, which is probably the best thing about this train. Plenty of piston power as well, but it is still not motorised. I am getting around to it, I promise, but I'm just trying to figure it all out. Because I want to keep all of this here, but I had, before this was in, I had 4 motors, like 2 on that tender and 2 on that tender, to try and get all worked out. That wasn't strong enough, which is shocking. It must weigh... It doesn't feel like it weighs anything, but it must be so heavy if 4 motors running on max power can't get it to move. It has grip and everything, but it just won't move, which is really shocking. So I do need to figure something out, but that will be in its own time. Coming along back over here, we have some more golden pieces on the roof. We have a golden engine piece, because why not? Oh yeah, I got some Christmas paper because I'm recording this at the Christmas season, Christmas period. But by the time this goes out, that's probably long gone now. Got a bit of dust on, let me get that off. There we go. These golden gate pieces, I feel like look really cool. Now, of course, with this being 8 wide going into 6 wide, this kind of helps transition it going like thin like that. I used to have just 2 like antenna pieces, then I went with 2 sword pieces, and then I found the gates. I was like, I wonder if I could put these here, but I couldn't I just couldn't do it. It just didn't work. I couldn't figure out a good building mechanic to get it to work. So I just shoved it here instead. And it does look really interesting. It's a special piece to help you climb on board. A little something to hang on to should you feel like you're dangling above the wheels for some ungodly reason. Some more coal in the tender, but you can barely see that. I was going to try and lift this off, but it's so difficult having to do this one-handed. More space along here. I feel like that should be where a crane should go. I want to bring the crane back. It was a cool idea, and with this train not supposed to make sense, I feel like I will bring that back, but just not this current moment in time. Moving along here though, this doesn't make any sense at all. I just had some more golden pieces, thought I want to make it more golden. I've got gold pieces all along the engine, but nothing along the tenders. So what do I do with this? Just shoved a bunch of cups there. Why the fuck not? The lengths of the tender are both the same still, even though I've made the changes here, the length hasn't changed. And of course, the back tender has been altered as well, because there used to be 2 of these here, but now it's all moved along to the back. A couple of little side panel details, because why the fuck not? Again, more golden details. There's been a bit of rearrangement with these little lengthy pieces, because they used to be further up here. And as you can see, we've got normal size wheels, and a tiny wheel at the back. Again, it's one of those things where I've got the pieces, let's just have a bit of fun, why the fuck not? And I like it, I really do like it. It's cute, it's funny, it's, you know, just silly, and it works. There's so many things with this train that just work, and it's the best thing about this train. So there we go, that is all the changes I've made to the Emerald Champion. This is version 12.2. 12.0 was adding the 3rd set of drive wheels. 12.1 was rearranging everything with the tenders, which led to adding the golden pieces to make it 12.2. Thank you all so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll see you all in the next episode. Bye bye.